Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to create a bot manager that's going to control the bots. Before I do that, I am going to need one more variable inside here. And it's going to be passed in like this. Okay, and meter. Okay. And there we go. You're gonna see why I need this in just a minute. It's kind of the same thing as speed. I'm just gonna set it to the same value for now, but later on I might want to make my bots get bigger or smaller based on how much food they eat. And I also am gonna want to use this in order to keep the bot from going kind of off the screen a little bit when it gets too close. Okay, and you'll see what I mean in just a minute. Alright, so the bot manager itself, all we're going to do in this video is we're going to add some of the bots, and we're going to create create the draw, and we'll create a rough outline of the update. So I'm going to need some stuff in here, so I'm going to grab some modules like random int and math imports square root, which I won't use in this video, but I'll use a little bit later. And bot manager, and define init my constructor here, and the constructor is going to take a window, and self.bots. This will store all of our bots, and this will store our window, so we have access to all the drawing stuff. So let me come back over here, and I'm going to change this from bot to bot manager, change this to bot manager, and then I'm going to delete this guy, and you're going to delete these two, and I'm going to say bot manager is equal to bot manager, and I'm going to pass window into it. Okay, good. So we create our window, give it to bot manager, and bot manager now has the window so that I can draw certain things. Okay, so let's go ahead and create an add, and this is going to add our bots, and the default value will be 1. So if I call this, I can use a default parameter for 1 if I want, and bot diameter will default to 10. Okay, so as I said before, I'm not going to change the diameter at the moment. In fact, when I add the bots, I'm not going to use this variable, but I'm going to have it default to 10. So now I'm going to say for I in range of 0 to num. So this is, if I call add with no parameters, it's going to add 1 bot. But if I call it with 100, then I can get 100 bots on the screen. And self-bots.append, and now this part is going to be a little bit confusing. So the bots, each time I'm creating a bot, which I do need that here. I need from bots import bot. Oh, bot. There we go. When I create the bot, I need to give it X, Y, and a diameter. So I need to give it a starting location, but I want that starting location to be random on the screen. So when you have a graphic in this particular library, it counts the X and Y coordinate as the upper left. So that little circle we've been seeing when we run, the upper left corner of that is the position at which it's drawn from. So I need to make sure that the initial position is at least the diameter of the bot. Then I need to make sure that the bot is not drawn off the window, so I need to subtract from the right side. So essentially I'm saying make sure that the X coordinate is at least 0, and make sure that the bot is not going to be positioned on the X any more than 590 on this particular window. Now the reason I'm doing this and not just putting in numbers is because later I might want to make the window bigger or smaller, and I want everything to be dynamically resized I don't want to have to go in and hard code things. I could just say 10 and 590 and it would work just fine. But if I did that, it's going to end up, well, it's going to end up being a pain later if I want to change the window size. Okay, so actually I missed one thing here. Random int. Sorry, there we go. So this creates a random integer between these two numbers. So somewhere in between this range of numbers is where I will end up creating the bot. And same thing for the y-axis. It's going to be window.height minus bot diameter. Okay, and when we're done, the last thing I need to do is it's the bot, comma, and I need to pass in the next parameter here, which is bot diameter. And then we are done. So now we've created a bunch of bots. So to test this out, we're going to draw this to the screen. And just for bots in self.bots, we need self.window.draw bot.bot circle. Okay, so if you remember, in bot we have our bot.circle, which is our bot object that we're drawing. And so what we're going to do is we're going to loop through this whole list, and each one of the bots in this list is going to have this attribute. So we're going to go ahead and draw it. So let's go ahead and test this out and see if it works. So I create my bot manager, and now I'm going to add 100 bots to the screen. Then after I do everything, I'm going to call my bot manager, and I'm going to call draw bots. So let's go ahead and run it. And we get an error. So what did we do? Positional diagram. Oh, okay. Let's see. Did I random? That's good. Oh, I have an extra parenthesis right there. I need that actually right there. My fault. Okay, run this again. And let's see. Let's run it again there. Okay. There we go. Now we have 100 bots on the screen. They're not moving at all, but that's okay. If I run this again, you'll see that the bots are in different random locations. Okay, so how do we get them moving? Well, we're going to do the exact same thing we do normally, which is update the bots. So create a new method, and I'm going to say for bot in self.bots, and we'll say bot.update movement. So this is the same thing we did before back in main when we had individual bots, but this time we have the bot manager that's going to call it for each of our 100 bots. So if I run this, oh, and I need to call it actually. So there we go, draw bots. Let's update update bots. There we go. And there our bots go. And nothing's colliding, nothing's going off the screen yet. All the bots are just moving in their first direction on their run sequence. So eventually, boom, they're all gone. Okay, so this just got our bot manager up. We're adding bots, updating, drawing bots. In the next video, we're going to get the bots so they're actually bouncing off all the walls. And that'll be the final video of the bot movement. And then in the next couple videos, we're actually going to put the food on and get the bots eating and evolving. So next video should wrap up everything that I've shown you in video 1. And then we'll go on to the next stage after that. All right, thanks for watching. If you have questions about this, leave them in the comment section on the website or on YouTube, and I'll get back to you.